King. First of all, I didn't know that bitch was even gonna ask me about that shit, but she's always want to talk about this shooting. Why'd you ask me about fucking Tory? That's not what this is about. Even if I was, I fucked this nigga like once, maybe twice on a drunk night, but you kept catching me out of my fucking mind.
Wow. Did you have an intimate relationship with him?
Like sexual?
Yeah. Did you, Megan, did you have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez? Yes, that's my question.
I didn't have a sexual relationship with Tory.
So why do you think he's putting out the story that the two of you had a relationship and that you're making the whole thing up?
I think that he is trying to deflect from the fact that he committed a crime.
Yeah, it's actually crazy to watch her explanation of that, knowing 2 years later she was going to be dropping this bit of information that implicates her as a goddamn liar. The reason that Gayle King was asking that of you is because she's trying to determine how credible of a person, in this case, that you are. You have made incredible accusations, and the man is now spending 10 years in prison based off of those accusations. You know, what's also interesting about this as well is I do think that a large component of why this case got out of hand is this whole hashtag believe all women bullshit. The ridiculous thought that a woman is just to be simply believed at the point of accusation, specifically, usually it's towards sexual assault allegations, but it absolutely applied within this case as well. And the thing is that when you got up on your social media platforms and began to lambast that man, and then to come out a couple of years later and just casually admit this, I mean, a smart person probably would have taken this to the grave, but apparently you're not that damn smart, especially if the person got away with it. What's also interesting about this is the amount of backlash that creators, commentators like myself received when we pushed back. When we initially heard her get up on our live stream and throw salt all over Tory Lanez's name with an account from a situation that just didn't make any damn sense, and to get up on Gayle King's platform and to lie about something that Tory Lanez said was a major part of this entire case is absolutely dastardly work. But, you know, we live in this hashtag believe all women society, so mainstream media came to your aid, and even streaming networks came to your aid as well. I got an email from Hulu asking me for a statement now that Megan Thee Stallion was clear, and then found out later they created a whole documentary, and they utilized clips from my channel where they were painting me as a black man who just decided to hate on a black woman, irrespective of the obvious lies that you were telling.
But in answer to your question, why is she talking about it now? As you see, it's been 2 years. You also see that she is extremely emotional. This is still a lot of pain for her. And I think it is just getting to her, the stories out there that people don't believe her. It is inconceivable to me that we have video, you have a police report, you have a medical report where it said that to this day, guys, she still has bullet fragments in her feet, that people don't believe her. And I think it's just getting to her. She wanted to put her own story out there and stand in her truth.
That is some bull. The lies. There you go. This bitch. The lies.
But I ask you guys, everyone who's watching this video right now, how long is it going to take? How many cases, how many people are gonna come forward? Is it going to take until men at the point of accusation are not guilty until proven innocent? Because you can't believe any of these people nowadays. I think that this admission, her revealing the truth, proving that she lied about something, proves that if she can lie about this as something as important as what this information is to the entire case, then she can lie about anything. She can just make things up because she doesn't respect. And there's no respect there. There's no respect for law and order. There's no respect for due process. There's just publicity. What can you do up online? How can you live stream the story? To have a shoddy story is what she did, and that be taken into court as face value, and then Tory gets 10 years in prison. I still don't believe you. And I got a lot of flack back in 2020 when I said that, and I stand by it today. I think that this woman is a problem. I think that she is a straight up liar. I mean, even listen to how carelessly she's describing this to the viewers.
I lied to Gayle King. First of all, I didn't know that bitch was even gonna ask me about that shit, but she's always want to talk about this shooting. Why'd you ask me about fucking Tory?
Because you claim that Tory was the shooter, and Tory's story is that Megan is lying because she's jealous of his new relationship or whatever he was doing with the other girl. Getting your cheeks clapped by the man that you claim shot you is very pertinent information.
That's not what this is about. Even if I was, I fucked this nigga like once, maybe twice on a drunk night, bitch.
That means 47 times. Once, maybe twice. Oh,
catching me out of my fucking mind.
Did you have an...
Oh, and now he's catching you drunk, out of your mind. You see how she's attempting to remove all accountability from the situation? As if Tori was not only violent, but a sexual deviant, only catching her when she was beyond inebriated and falling victim to his advances. Oh, woe is me. See, this in stories, even outside of mainstream media, such as Brickface, the brick lady, the girl who lied on GoFundMe and got $40,000 worth of donations off of the lie that a black man hit her in the face with a brick. It seems to be a game for these women to continue to utilize black men's name and their image in order to propagate whatever the that they're trying to do. And I think that it's disgusting. I think that it's not right. And I think that the words of these women should always be put into question. We should always take accusations as they are. Accusations. You are not guilty based off of an accusation. And in this case, because of the lie that she just admitted to right now, there is no doubt in my mind that there was lies up on that stand that eventually led to Tory Lanez being locked up. This is why it's so important, especially in this climate today, for men to be dotting their I's and crossing their T's with new groups of people, with new groups of women that they're hanging out with. This is why I go above and beyond to try to detail or outline outrageous behavior so you can be able to see or reduce the risk letting these people into your circle and then you being caught up in their shit, in their lies. That's why I go up on their Instagrams when I do like a pop the balloon live stream and I'm looking at the way that they behave. Because the more ratchet shit, the more twerking, the less amount of clothes, the more low barometer hate for men that they're putting in their Instagram captions, and the list goes on and on and on, the more risk that it is to you as a man. Protect yourself at all times, gentlemen, because no one is protecting you when your back's up against the wall and there's business to be made, sullying your name, and you up shit's creek without a paddle. Hopefully you recorded the situation or you got enough people around to corroborate your story. Now, as I say all of this, I'm not saying that every man is innocent of the things that they are accused of within life, but I am far too aware to understand that false allegations is a real thing, impacting me in my life as well. And when I take a step back and I look at the accusations before me, I realize that I was dealing with a woman with the temperament of a Megan Thee Stallion. Go take you and your male horse ass elsewhere. It is unbelievable to me how she still has an audience, how she's still in the industry. And shout out to Hulu, who has documentaries being made about her as if she is the victim, the complete and utter victim in this situation. I beg to differ.